Yeah, I think all browsers do that now, don't they? The idea is that if one tab kills it, it doesn't kill the whole. Maybe the I would put a vote in for XC, the compression algorithm. I didn't even know that existed till today. So what does that actually do then? Wow, I've got a bit of respect for a company that does that. At least it lets it carry on being used. And what's Webpack? Remember, this stuff's black magic to me. My web development stuff died around the PHP 7 days. I'd like to think. Maybe, yeah, I think 7. Right, that makes sense. So I've heard this stuff mentioned, but rarely when there's someone around that actually knows how it works to be able to understand it. Not using XML, is it? Oh, yeah, literally on the web page. XML. I absolutely hate XML with a passion. Whoever thought that was a good idea? Not heard of that one in conversation. To be fair, it probably does. I've taken one look at that stuff and just notes right out of there. So I actually have respect for you for actually bothering to learn it. I need to get you that streamer. I think you'll like. He does a lot of web development stuff. Really good guy as well. This is the person. You should definitely check out his streams. He's a web developer for Google. He makes it really interesting when he's speaking about how he's doing stuff. Right, how far are we through on this? I might actually... I don't think there's many more packages after this one. Maybe I'll build... I don't know what. Let me switch over to a shell and let's see how big this program actually is. I think this is the last one. Oh, not that one. Right. Okay, so I'm already in my MIPS environment, I believe. Double check. Yes, I am. Okay, so let's use the cross compiler. Hey, what's happened to Dev? Okay, that's not good. Dev's mounted. Am I out of space? Oh, I'm low on space. But not on route, so it shouldn't actually be causing an issue. MIPS. It's a 5900 CPU, so MIPS all free. The one of the developers has pushed this forward so far. So normally you can't build code for the PlayStation using normal GCC, but he's got a fix now that lets it compile the code that's compatible while not affecting any other system. What? Why? Why? I'm starting to think I broke my Arch install. I'm getting so many weird little errors nowadays. Let me do a normal emerge. Right, dev's definitely mounted. So I wonder if I can... I know this isn't going to work. Right, let's try... I've got to be very careful with this, 'cause I've hosed the host system so many times. Alright, let's try... Okay. PTS. What's using PTS? Yeah. Well, I believe it is. It's something related to it anyway, because I know there's a dev/console as well. I'll try and not go this deep into the system, if possible. No, I don't think there's anything wrong. Let me try just remounting it. Oh, set locale. I wonder if that's got something to do with it. Unsupported locale setting. Where's... Okay. Is there something wrong with my... Looks like there's something wrong with this. Let's try... Nope, just didn't know the command. This is where I feel at home. Let's try doing... Oh. There we go. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. Part of me wonders if my capture card is causing an issue. All I wanted to do was just see how long it takes to build. Right, let's set that as 6. There we go. Right. Oh, nice. I've still got an old capture card that supports coax. Somehow that still works. I have no idea how. That's some Philips thing. Right. I don't think I'm going to fix that without killing my whole system. So I'm not going to play. Do you know what chipset that uses? GV USB 2? What card's that? Have you got a link to it? Oh, nice. Oh, I've got that feature on one of my cards. Do you know what the chipset is? If you've got the output with LSPCI, it'll probably point us in the right direction. Video capture works pretty well on Linux, it's just how good the image is. Oh, sorry Bal, I forgot what about your thing. What was your issue again? You should have shouted at me. Oh, I know all too well what you mean by that. Let me see if I can find you a screenshot of the old capture card someone recommended me. Can't find an image on my server. I think I might have to just do a Reddit. Annoying, isn't it? Every time you think you got an issue, someone always finds the answer for you. I think that's the one. No, that's quite clean. There we go. Look at that beauty of a output. Spinning up a little bit on your system though. It's probably like an aeroplane going off, isn't it? But yeah, it will be hitting your system hard. Have you got a B top? That's not bad. Are you parallel building that using J? I'm trying to remember. You got 6 cores, haven't you, on that system? Is that the one you're using it on? Nice. How many calls did you give to it? No matter what stage that's building at, it's going to be quicker to cancel and start again. Oh. There's only two types of people in the world. Those that have tried B-Top and those that have yet to discover it. It might be spreading the load around one core, but without seeing the system myself, I'm just guessing. You know better than me. Hmm. Maybe it is Luna. Maybe it is. I can't really tell you about seeing. Oh, I definitely need to check this Brody guy out then. Well, assuming it's a guy. Brody person out. It sounds like my type of content, but someone showed it in a screenshot on Reddit, and I installed it instantly. It's just so useful. It's got every bit of information you could possibly need. Yeah, I suppose it is pretty. It is funny though that you literally just show it to one person and they just switch. I can't think of any other real application where people do that. Come on, I quite like you. I don't want to have to report you to the FBI for being a elite hacker like that. The worst part is though, you're not even wrong, because we're all on the list anyway for watching, aren't we? They don't need to get you through your CPU, they just bug your Cheetos. Little do they know, the animes, what where you're hiding all your code. Master keys installed in the Nami JPEG. Right, what I do, before I forget, I'm gonna send a follow to Brody. Definitely sounds like my type of content. I love that about me section. Oh, Duality is gonna like this guy. He's an absolute Hollow Knight fanboy. Maybe I shouldn't tell him about it. Might cut into my viewership. And yeah, I think all my stuff's online nowadays. It's not going to do me any good keeping it on my hard drive, so even if I'm not using it, at least someone can find it and improve it. Don't know. Tell me more about this cocktail shaker. So, does this application in any way, shape or form help me get drunk? That's the real question. I'm trying to think of a use for that. But then I'm just thinking, I'll just look over at the alcohol cupboard. Not gonna lie, I did get kind of excited thinking this was some nerdy way to make cocktails. I think in that case, you're the healthy one. At this point in my life, I basically survive on coffee, full fat Coke and cider. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and sorry if I brought back any memories for you there. As an irresponsible person as I am, drink driving is not one of the things I get involved in. I bet. Damn. Yeah, I can see why you don't like to drink now then. Definitely a good decision. I think I started smoking around 16. Purely though because my old man didn't want me to smoke, so being a crappy teenager, I rebelled the second I could. $20 later, or how many years it is, I feel like I didn't win that argument. For some reason, Django, I picture you as the pipe sort of man. There's really nothing interesting about smoking. You just try it and then get hooked. Don't even taste that good, really. Damn, you did well to quit. I did quit years ago, went cold turkey, and I replaced it by playing with my phone. I then restarted again a couple of years later, and now I've got a phone addiction and a smoking addiction, so I'm not doing too well there. Honestly, there isn't really much reason to smoke. I think there's only one benefit that's ever been found from it. And even then, it's iffy. And I'm not too sure about that addiction. My friend's addicted to Raid Shadow Legend. And he spends money like it's crack cocaine. Really? Never heard of anyone having that before. I've seen some people with anxiety use it, and it works very well for them to calm them down. Not worth it, Luna. Instead of just stressing about everything else, you just stress about when you get your next cigarette. I think that's the only way you can get over it myself. The only way, not to have to worry about it is to just put yourself in a situation where you've just done it. Then you haven't got to worry about it anymore because you actually know the answer. Probably for the best. Start off with the easy path and then move up. You can push yourself. There's those therapy techniques, and it's CBT. That really helps with stuff like that. Nice. Get those 16 calls going, Luna. You sound like me though. You can make an excuse not to do anything, so you just need someone who knows that you don't need to be you don't need someone to let you get away with it. You need someone that's going to push you because they know you're just lying, or not lying, making excuses. I don't think it's that well understood. But personally for me, I felt a lot less stressed when I gave up smoking because I wasn't worrying about where I was going to get my next nicotine fix from. But I guess that's going to be dependent on the person. Wait, a psychologist who's also a nerd? That sounds like a really interesting mix. Oh, I remember those days. I literally just wasted all my money on cigarettes. I could have gone around the world by now. To be honest, for me, I'd probably be more interested in just watching some content rather than having to listen to people's issues. Like, I hope that doesn't sound as bad as that came out, but Credit to you though, Jangle. It's hard helping people like that. Is that legal keys though? Great. Don't you get yourself arrested? Where will I get my meal deals from when you're doing time inside? How much did you make from that, out of interest? $3,000 is probably not too bad. I'd dread to think how much I've spent on gaming in my life. Fuck it, 120. Yeah. I've got a friend who was just asking how that works. But purely just to see how the system would actually work in the real world. No, I'm fine, I'm fine. I used to have a system, something like that back when I was younger. Back before ADSL was mainstream over here. I used to download Linux ISOs and sell them on eBay, so people didn't have to wait to download them. But Sue's made a server distribution that was about 7-8 CDs. I made an absolute killing selling that. Mainly I think because people didn't realise it was the free trial version and thought they were buying the real thing for like, well, how much it cost, like £5-10. Doesn't Destiny work now on Steam? Sure, I heard about it on the WAN show the other day. Okay, I see that they've refused. Anti-cheat. It's all coming back to me now. Yep. That's why it rings a bell. It wasn't everyone was talking about it because it worked. It was because of that drama, wasn't it? Wasn't that that was last week's show, wasn't it? Or the week before? Although I can give you one suggestion, Thousand Voices. It works. It works in a VM. That one quote. That quote is the reason why you know you should listen to him. Every Friday there's a new one on YouTube. I don't really know what the release schedule is. Basically, I queue them up for when I'm doing long drives. They're just nice to listen to for 2 to 3 hours while I'm driving along. And yeah, BFIO, you know, the old GPU pass-through. I've set it up to work on there for one of my girlfriends in the past. I don't think, well, at the time it wasn't detecting being run in a VM, but obviously just check for yourself to be 100% sure. Alright, Luna, no worries. Good luck. It's just a nice little stream to listen to. It keeps you in the news.